Good day, colleagues. My name is Possible, and I'll be your tutor for today. In our previous lesson, we ended on diagrammatic and undiagrammatic method of taking notes or making notes. And then we said that the diagrammatic method of making notes follows strict rules or procedures or patterns. But the undiagrammatic method does not follow strict rules or a particular pattern. For the undiagrammatic, we ended on a strong note that one of the examples of this approach is summary writing. And then the diagrammatic method, we also said that one of these examples is outline or outlining. Today, we are going to let our focus be on one of the examples of the diagrammatic method of making notes, which is outlining. Take a sip of water and be attentive whilst the class starts. Once again, my name is Possible. Now, when you talk of outlining, we are talking about a linear representation of ideas that can be found in a text. Outlining, we are saying that it is a linear representation. It means that as soon as you hear outlining or outline, the first thing that must come into your mind is a representation. But this representation we are talking about, it should be able to be arranged in a line form. So we are saying that it is a linear representation of ideas that can be found in a text. Now, when you talk about a line, we have horizontal line, we have vertical line, and we have diagonal. When it comes to outline, we arrange them vertically from the top to the down. And then we make good use of what is called indentation. When you reach the rules of outlining, I think that place will be a little bit explained. So we are saying that outline is a linear representation of ideas that can be found in a text. It is basically the skeleton or the framework of the original passage. Now, the purpose of an outline is to present at a glance. It means that if we don't want to read the entire passage, but we want to get the idea of the entire passage, then outline says, I am here. Look at me in order to get the idea or the fair knowledge of the entire passage, which has been written to cover almost 4 pages or 5 pages. So outline helps us to get a tip, or let me say an idea of the overall passage. As a result of this, the major issues that can be found in a text and the manner in which these ideas are related to one another in the original text must also conform to what has been written in the outline. What I'm trying to put across is that your outline must not be like Madagascar, which is on island, and then it looks like it has been separated from Africa. No. Your outline must conform and reflect must convey an idea of the entire passage or of the original passage. So when you're outlining, you have to make sure that whatsoever you have put down conforms to the entire passage. Now, the outline has some rules that govern it. Hence, it is said to be formal. So because it has rules that governs it, that is why we are saying that it is formal. It also follows a form or a structure. It means that you can't write outline anyhow. It follows specific rules and regulation. It is also said to be detailed since it should faithfully represent or reflect all the salient ideas that can be found in a passage. That is, the content and the structure should be well represented in the outline. So, anytime you are writing an outline, please, I have told you, you should let the outline faithfully represent or reflect all the salient ideas that could be found in the original passage. It means that your outline must not deviate from the subject matter of the passage. As a result of this, let us look at some of the rules of outline, because we are saying that because it is formal, it follows some strict rules. Rule number 1: read and understand the passage or the text. The reason why we are saying that you should read and understand the passage or the text is that it will help you to get the meaning of the passage. Also, it will help you to understand and get the meaning of the essential aspects or parts, and also the relationships that exist between them. If you take your time to read the passage, then that you get to know that the passage starts with introduction, then it comes to the causes, effects, and then it ends with the solutions to it. Let me not hesitate to tell you that every passage has a particular pattern. It is just because students fail to understand and then to read it carefully. That is why they don't get it. Every passage follows a particular pattern. One, sometimes it starts with a history or overview or the background of the subject matter. And then from there, sometimes it tries to give you some of the examples or the types or the causes. And then from there, it tries to subdivide or treat the other types that have been named or have been mentioned. Or if it is the causes, then after the passage has tackled or mentioned the various causes, it starts treating the individual causes. And then from there, it comes to, if it has effects, then it comes to the effects. Then from the effects, it goes to the solution. So anytime you are reading a passage, make sure to understand what the passage is talking about, and then the essential aspects of the passage. Again, look at the relationships. look at the relationships. Is it talking about the history of Ghana? It starts with what is Ghana? Where could Ghana be found? Where is Ghana located? How is the governmental system of Ghana looks like, or how does it look like? Who is the current president? What are the regions of Ghana? From there, it comes to the economy of Ghana. When it is done with the economy of Ghana, it comes to the culture of Ghana. When it is done with the culture of Ghana, it comes to the governmental system of Ghana. When it's done with the governmental system, it comes to the educational structure. So if you take your time to read the passage very well, you get to see the essential aspects, the relationship that exists between these essential aspects. I hope it makes sense. Nice one. And then rule number 2, we are saying that important ideas must be brought under specific headings. If you look at what I just said, I said that make sure to look at the relationships and the essential aspects. It means that if you are not able to satisfy rule number 1, you can satisfy rule number 2. Because look at the passage, put it under reflection of a mirror, and then say that, oh, okay, the passage starts with introduction or overview, then it comes to the history, then it comes to the governmental system or the economic system, then it comes to the cultural system. So you should be able to categorize or bring down the passage under specific headings. Under specific headings. If it is talking about peer pressure, probably we are talking about teenage pregnancy. The heading is teenage pregnancy. Then it started with history or statistics about teenage pregnancy. So now we have introduction or the definition of teenage pregnancy. The definition could be introduction. The statistics could be introduction. Overview, it could be introduction. History behind it, it could be introduction. And then from there, we come to the causes of teenage pregnancy. Then you spoke about peer pressure, poverty. You see that one? So when you see peer pressure, you see poverty, then you see that all this could be categorized under specific heading called causes of teenage pregnancy. Then when you're reading a passage, then you see something like it could lead to school dropout, or it could lead to premature something, or teenage pregnancy. Then you see that aspect also could be categorized under a specific heading called effect of teenage pregnancy. Then when you reach a portion which says that there should be campaigning against teenage pregnancy, sex education should be done, and then parents should take care of their children, then you see that, oh, we are talking about solutions to teenage pregnancy. So we are saying that important ideas must be brought under specific headings. In other words, all ideas of a certain level of importance are placed under certain headings to reflect the different levels of the idea. So anytime you are working on outlining, when you read the passage, you should be able to bring the passage under specific headings. Right? Good. Now, when we look at point number 3, point number 3 says that information must be presented or sequenced or arranged in the manner in which they appear in the original text or passage. Yes, very, very important. Like the passage I'm using, if you read the passage, and then after reading the passage, you get to see that, oh, okay, the passage started with the history of Ghana, and then from there it came to the economic structure of Ghana, before it came to the cultural structure of Ghana, and then came to the governmental system, and then ended with the educational system. When you are outlining the educational system that the passage ended with, can never come first. No. The governmental system, which was last but one, can never come first. No. We are saying that the outline must reflect the sequence at which the points are being treated in the passage. So the passage first started with the history and the overview of Ghana, the continent Africa, where Ghana is located. What are some of the natural resources of Ghana? What are some of the regions of Ghana? What happened before they got the name Ghana? Initially, the name was Gold Coast, and now it is Ghana. I hope it makes sense. I'm from Ghana. That is why I'm using Ghana. Right? Good. So they have to treat that. If the passage talk about that one, then you too, when you're outlining, start from there. Then after that, if the passage came to the economic structure, then when you are outlining, when you finish with the introduction or the overview of the history of Ghana, then you come to economic structure. What I'm trying to say is that your outline must not deviate from the passage. It must reflect the sequential arrangement of the passage. If the passage first talk about the introduction or the overview or the statistics or the history of teenage pregnancy, your outline has to start with that. From there, if the passage talks about causes of teenage pregnancy, your outline from there, you have to talk about the causes of teenage pregnancy. Then, if your outline follows with the effect of teenage pregnancy, if the passage follows with the effect of teenage pregnancy, then your outline also must correspond. If the passage ends with solutions or some of the answers or ways of curbing or mitigating teenage pregnancy in the society, then your outline also has to reflect that accordingly. Very, very important. Now, point number 4, we are saying that there should be an ordering system of numbering of headings, subheadings, or subdivisions, so that the topic sentence, major supporting sentences, and minor supporting sentences can clearly be identified. And then the numbering system should be done from upper cases to lower cases. Yes, indeed. We are saying that the outline is the diagrammatic method of making notes or taking notes. And then it follows straight pattern. Now, if we are working on the teenage pregnancy as a passage, we are saying that there should be an ordering system. You can start with 1 or capital letter A, the ordering system. And then that ordering system, number them. Point 3 says that it should be presented in a sequential form. Should be presented in an orderly form, arranged in an orderly form. Now, the other point also says that all ideas should be presented under specific heading. So when they are presented at a specific heading, and after they have been presented under a specific heading, they are arranged in a sequential order. Then these headings which have been arranged in a sequential order, all of them must be numbered, assigned numbers to them, or assigned alphabets to them, or Roman numerals to them. So the topic sentence, you can start with 1 topic sentences. Then at the back of your mind, you write it down, or you jot it elsewhere, or you put it in your mind that all topic sentences in the passage, you will label them 1. you can't label first topic sentence 1 and second topic sentence, you label it B. No. All topic sentences, you label them 1 if that is what you want. Or all topic sentences, you label them A if that is what you want. Or all topic sentences, you label them with Roman numerals I, capital letter, if that is what you want. I hope it makes sense. Now, all major supporting sentences, if you are starting with 1 with all topic sentences, then you can start with capital letter A with major supporting sentence. I hope it makes sense. So you can use 1 for all topic sentences. So first topic sentence, you use 1. Second topic sentence, you use 2. Third topic sentence, you use 3. Fourth topic sentence, you use 4. Right? That is counting numbers for all topic sentences. And then use alphabet, capital alphabet in caps for all major supporting sentences. So A for first major supporting sentence, B for second major supporting sentence, C for third major supporting sentences. I hope it makes sense. Nice one. And then you can use small letter alphabet, small letter or lowercase alphabet for all minor supporting sentences. All minor supporting sentences. All minor supporting sentences. Right? And then you can also use Roman numerals, small Roman numerals or lowercase Roman numerals. I, I for all subdivisions. That is how I prefer it to be. You too, you can do alterations to your own. But what we are saying is that you have to make sure that if you are using A for all topic sentence, it must follow that order. If you are using 1 for major supporting sentences, it must follow that order. I hope it makes sense. Nice one. So that is what point number 4 is saying. Now, rule number 5. Rule number 5 says that also the groupings that are done from general to specific should reflect the numbering system. Look at it. Also, the groupings that are done from general to specific should reflect the numbering system. However, every section should, but not a must, have at least 2 or more subsections. But if the section do not have 2 or more subsection, but only a subsection, like a single point, do not number. Such a section attracts the use of a dash. The sentence looks too long. Let me explain it. It means that when you are working on outline, there are some sessions, let's say the outline the passage first started with the introduction, and then when it came to the causes of teenage pregnancy, it mentioned only 1 point as a cause, as the main cause of teenage pregnancy, probably poverty. So it means that under the causes of teenage pregnancy, the writer didn't emphasize much points, but only emphasize poverty as the only cause of teenage pregnancy. And then right after the writer is done with poverty as the cause of teenage pregnancy, the writer moved to the effect of teenage pregnancy. It means that under causes of teenage pregnancy, we have only 1 point that has been captured, that is poverty. Under causes of teenage pregnancy, only 1 point has been captured, that is poverty. In that case, the principle says that do not number that 1 point. Don't let it be 1 or I or A or B. No. But use dash. Use dash. So you write causes of teenage pregnancy. dash poverty. I hope it makes sense. Causes of teenage pregnancy on top. Probably it is the topic sentence. So 1, causes of teenage pregnancy. Then you come down. If they were 2, they would have been A, B, C or A, B. But because it is 1 point, then you do dash poverty. Agreed? Nice one. So that is what rule number 5 is saying. It's saying that if there is only 1 point that falls under a specific heading, then you should use dash rather than numbering it. I hope it makes sense. Point number 6 says that the use of language, there should be a high level of consistency in the use of language. The outline can be captured in phrases, that is noun, or in sentences. Now, we are saying that the outline could be captured in phrases. So you can read a lot about phrases. So we are saying that if you are going by the phrases type, do not bring a full stop or do not punctuate them. Do not punctuate them. But if you are expressing them in sentences, you have to punctuate them. Look at how it moves. Causes of teenage pregnancy. Then you come down, dash, poverty. I hope you are getting it. Causes of teenage pregnancy. Then you come down, poverty. That one you are working with phrases, right? Then if there be another one, then you say lack of sex education. Even that one you say lack of, you say sex education or lack of sex education. But if it is a sentence type, then you say that there are probably 4 causes of teenage pregnancy. If the question in the passage, we have 4 causes of teenage pregnancy. There are 4 causes of teenage pregnancy. There are 4 causes of teenage pregnancy. These are poverty and lack of sex education. That one is a sentence type. If you are going by that, it means that you have to punctuate them. I hope it makes sense. So if it is captured in phrases, do not bring a full stop or don't punctuate them. But if you are expressing them in sentences, you have to punctuate them. Agreed? Nice one. So the rules, it looks like they are plenty. But if you look at it, if you look at them carefully, you could see that they are so simple. I hope it makes sense. Yes. Constant practice will let you get them at your fingertips. So if it is captured in phrases, do not bring a full stop or don't punctuate them. But if you're expressing them in sentences, you have to punctuate them. I hope it makes sense. Now, rule number 7 says that there should be an indentation. Very important. Very, very important. Sometimes, if the examiners pick your paper and then that indentation, the first thing to look at, indentation. If your outline does not reflect indentation, then I think they can cancel it and give you any marks. There must be an indentation at each level of grouping or numbering. I hope it makes sense. When you are numbering, there must be an indentation. And then it is there to ensure a graphic representation of ideas so that by just looking at the outline, one can easily differentiate the major divisions from the minor divisions and the subdivisions. We are saying that if you're going by 111 to the topic sentence, then 111 all topic sentences. But as soon as you move from the topic sentence to the major supporting sentence, then you have to indent it so that there will be a little bit shift to the right hand side, so that we see that, oh, you're moving from a higher level to a lower level, from topic sentence to a major supporting sentence. I hope it makes sense. So we are saying that there should be indentation. Point number 8 says that you have to choose only one style or form throughout. Do not mix phrases with sentences. So if you're going by phrase type, use phrases. If you're going by sentence type, use sentence. Right? Me, myself, I like the phrases type, because it saves a lot of time. But that is what sometimes it is difficult for students. But I prefer the phrases. Effect of teenage pregnancy. School dropout. Teenage pregnancy. I hope you are getting it. You just go by that. The sentence type will say that you look at the passage, if there are two effects that have been captured, then said there are two effects of teenage pregnancy. These are I, school dropout, and I hope you are getting it. So that is how it is. But that one need to waste time. But if you are very good at that, all of them fetch the same marks. Rule number 9 says that whether it is stated or left out, listen to me carefully, I'm repeating. Whether it is stated or left out, every outline should always have a heading. The heading is underlined. Every outline should always have a heading. Should always have a heading, whether it is stated or left out. So these are the rules of outline. At least you have 9 rules at hand. I took my time to write all of them down for your consumption. Do not overlook these rules and expect good marks in outline. No. Do not overlook these rules and be expecting much marks in outline. No, it doesn't work like that. Now, we have looked at 9 rules. We have also looked at what an outline means. These 9 rules, they might look so theoretical to you. Too theoretical. Now, I am going to put it in a pictorial form for you also to look at it. So simple. So simple. So outline format, sample. Look at it. We are saying that every outline, one, must have heading. Do not write heading. No, I'm teaching. That is why I have written heading. So you start with it, teenage pregnancy, and then you underline it. The outline, what is the passage talking about? Is it talking about Ghana? Then you write Ghana. Is it talking about the history of UCC? Then you write history of UCC. Is it talking about road accident in Africa, or road accident in Ghana, or road accident in Trefopraso, or road accident in Potiri Krom, or road accident in Dwinyama, road accident in Kwame Chem Krom, Nimfo Krom? Then you write it down. I hope it makes sense. So after writing down your heading, the next one is your first topic sentence. If you look at this outline, it means that I am using capital letter, or let me say uppercase letters, for my topic sentences. It means that my second topic sentence can never start with a numbering system 1 or 2, because I've started it with A, uppercase alphabet. So all my topic sentences will follow this pattern. So my next topic sentence will be B. Next one will be C, capital letter. I hope it makes sense. So my topic sentence will come. Next one is my major division or major supporting sentence. Now, if you look at it carefully, I'm using Roman numerals, uppercase, for all my major divisions. So even if I'm working to get about 4 pages, it means that all my major divisions or all my major supporting sentences are going to follow this pattern. They are going to follow this pattern. I'm going to use I, Roman numerals, capital letters for them. The next one will be II, major division, provided the topic sentence is causes of teenage pregnancy. I is curiosity. The second major division or major supporting sentence, what's the II, might be poverty. Then the third one, which is III, might be lack of parental care. You see that all measures are following the same pattern, but all topic sentences are also at my left hand side. So you could see that topic sentence is the supreme and major supporting sentences are next supreme. That is why I have indented it. I have shifted it to my right hand side. So if you look at it, you could see that there's an indentation from A to I, and the II and the III. When you look at the I and the II and the III, they are on the same pattern because they fall under the same category or category. So it's major division, major division, major division. If there is a minor division, let's say under the third point, which is the third major division, provided the third major division also has minor divisions, how is it going to be? Now, first major division, we are assuming that it doesn't have minor. That is why the next major division, which the second one, came. But let us assume that the third major division also has minor divisions. How is it going to be? Look at it. That one also is going to be shifted to the other end. So there should be a form of indentation from A to uppercase I to lowercase I. So the minor division has to be shifted. And then the numbering, this one is A, this one is uppercase, this one is lowercase I. They must not be the same. So it means that all my minor divisions, I'm going to use lowercase Roman numerals. Now, this minor division is not 1. Provided it is only 1, I wouldn't have numbered it I. I would have used dash. So now that I've used I, it means that there is another minor division. So the second minor division also will come on the same pattern. Minor divisions. Have you seen it? So anytime you're solving outlining or outline, you must be very careful about this. 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 The indentation must come. 1. 2. The numbering or the numbering. If you use A for topic sentence, you must not use A or B for major supporting sentences. If you use I for major supporting sentences, you must not use the capital I also for minor supporting sentence. No, there should be difference. Someone could also start, instead of the A, someone also could start with 1. You are not wrong. The major divisions, instead of me using Roman numerals, Roman numerals, someone also could use A, capital A, and the capital B, capital C. I hope it makes sense. The minor divisions, once I'm using lowercase Roman numerals, someone also could use lowercase alphabets. That one also is correct. I hope it makes sense. But what we are saying that there must be consistency. If you choose counting numbers for your topic sentence, all topic sentence must be counting numbers. I hope it makes sense. Nice one. Now we have understood this part. Now let us presume or assume that there is a second topic sentence. How is that one going to be? Let us assume that there is a second topic sentence. How is that one going to be? It's going to be like this. Look at it. Second topic sentence. So the sample continues. It's going to be like this. B. Because the first one is A. So provided in the passage, the second topic sentence talks about effects of teenage pregnancy. Then it's going to be like this. Effects of teenage pregnancy. B. Effects of teenage pregnancy. Agreed? Good. Now, let us look at the major supporting sentence. Under B as topic sentence, the major supporting sentence that comes first becomes I again. So for the topic sentences, you are continuing from A, you are coming to B. But from the major supporting and the minor supporting sentence, they are numbered subject to their various topic sentences. So when we come to B, second topic sentence, its first major supporting sentence will be numbered I. It will not continue from the A, which is the first topic sentence numbering. No, it won't continue from there. But under second topic sentence, the first major supporting sentence is I. And the second major supporting sentence will be I. What is the idea behind this? Provided the first topic sentence, which is the A, talks about causes of teenage pregnancy, and one of the causes is poverty. So the major supporting sentence, I, is poverty. The second was lack of parental care, I. When we come to B, second topic sentence, it is not causes of teenage pregnancy anymore. Rather, it is effects of teenage pregnancy. And under effect of teenage pregnancy, one of it is school dropout. So you cannot continue from the first topic sentence, which talks about causes of teenage pregnancy. No, because this one also is different topic sentence on its own. So its subdivisions must follow accordingly. So its subdivision, which is probably the effect school dropout, is going to start with I. So let us assume that it has a point under it which is called major supporting sentence. School dropout is going to be like this: major supporting sentence. First major supporting sentence. I hope it makes sense. First major supporting sentence. Now, this first major support, you see that the I has been shifted. It is not on the same line with the B. Now, this first major supporting sentence, let us assume that the school dropout also has minor under it, of which we are saying that, oh, though it is a school dropout, but the students, they will feel shy to go to school. When they become pregnant, they will feel so shy to go to school, or they will face stigmatization. And as a result of this, the stigmatization that they cannot bear, they will not go to school, or as a result of that, the mistresses and then headmasters will sack them from the school. Assuming there is a sub point under it, assuming there is 1 point stigmatization under the school dropout, then it's going to be dash. It's going to be dash. This time around, I'm not using I, lowercase I and I, because it is only 1 point that is under the B. It is only 1 point that is under the B. That is under the I major sentence. That is under the I major sentence. Now let us assume that there is a second major sentence. Second major sentence. Then you continue. Second major sentence. The space down is full. That is why I'm moving to that aspect. The space down. So don't be confused. The I major sentence will follow the I major sentence at my left hand side. I am shifting it there. I am shifting it there because my space down is full. That is why it is shifting it there. So I will follow the I major sentence. Now let us assume that this major sentence, unlike the first major sentence, but this one has 2 minor sentences under them, then they will not attract dash. Rather, they will attract numbering, which is what? I. And then I. Because it is not only 1 minor supporting sentence, that's why I'm using I and I. I hope it makes sense. Good. Now, assuming that this minor sentences also has 1 sub minor. If you move from major, you come to minor. From minor, you go to subdivision. I hope it makes sense. Good. Assuming it has only 1 subdivision. Assuming it has only 1 subdivision, is going to attract dash. But assuming they are 2, I would have used A for subdivision and use B for subdivision, lowercase a and lowercase b. I'm going to add another subdivision to it. Don't be confused. It is only 1 subdivision, but I typed them twice. So don't be confused. It is only 1 subdivision. So you can ignore the last subdivision. That's what I mean. It is only 1. That's why I'm using dash. If they were supposed to be 2, I would have used A and B. I had wanted to use it to teach you. Now, assuming we have third minor sentence. Now you see that we have major sentence, first major, and we have second major. Now assuming we have third minor, look at it carefully. You could see that the second major is the one that has been divided into two now. We have first minor, we have second minor, but assuming after the division, the subdivision under the second minor, we have third minor. How is it going to be? It's going to be like this. Third minor division. Have you seen it? Third minor division. Third minor division. And then under the third minor division, let us assume that the third minor division also has only 1 point under it. That one also is going to be one subdivision. So dash subdivision. That is all what outline is about. You start with your topic sentence. You come to your major supporting sentence. You come to your minor supporting sentence. And you come to the subdivisions. If you are writing them or you are working on them, there should be some kind of indentation. And then everything must also be presented in a way of which when the marker or the examiner sees it, he or she will get to know that you are working on outline. Outline is not difficult. Outline is not difficult. If you want to understand it, watch the video over and over and over and over. Watch the video over and over and over. I hope it makes sense. Outline is so simple. It's so simple. Just follow the rules and understand them. Right? Once again, my name is Possible. And until we meet again another time, I will say bye-bye for now. Make sure to subscribe the channel. Subscribe. And then comment. Leave your messages at the comment section. Make sure also to share the video to also assist a student who might be in need. Remember that together we can. Making the impossibilities possible. Bye-bye.